Mic drop. So I'm going to share with you some lessons that I learned over the last 3 days. My mic drops are me opening my journal. These are lessons that I've learned, breakthroughs that I've had that I journal about. And every once in a while I decide, hey, I'm going to open up my journal because this is something that made an impact on me. And I'm hoping this lesson will make an impact on you. Okay, so let's get going. So I was in the hospital for 3 days. My mother got rushed to the emergency room and we spent time in the emergency room and the hospital. And through that went through some downs and some ups. But there were some things that I learned, not only through her journey, but just witnessing things going around that I want to share with you. First of all, life is hard. Life is 10% of what happens to you and 90% what you do about it. And we have to embrace the hard in order to enjoy ourselves in the future. We either embrace it now or we have to deal with it in the future. So this thing kept happening over and over again that just kept reminding me of that. And by the way, before we get to it, if you have some free time in your schedule and you could do some work online and not have to meet with people the next few days or next few weeks coming up, spend a day in the hospital. Spend a little time sitting in the emergency room. Spend a little time just roaming around, sit at a coffee shop and just sit and observe what's going on in life and look at how you can make some changes. So some of the things that was going on was, this was a really cool lesson. There was a little lullaby chime that was playing. Oh, it was often. It seemed like at one of the days, it seemed like it was every 30 minutes or an hour. And what that lullaby chime was just announcing to the world that a baby was born. And you've got this beautiful chime going off and remind you about life coming into the world as you're sitting with a lot of people that are struggling with the current situation of life. And it's just a real beautiful thing to show that life is constantly moving. It's coming into the world and it's going out of the world. And it just reminded me of embrace the hard, because those mothers, those fathers that are in the hospital with the birth of a child, they're going through a really hard moment. The mother has to give birth, not easy, but then joy comes. And then there's a lot of people that are in the hospital that haven't had to do the hard. They've been told to do the hard, but they haven't done the hard. And they're sitting there wanting to feel better and to get better. They're complaining about how hard things are in the moment, when if they would have done the hard things in the past, they'd be less likely to have hard in the moment. I wanted to share that with you, and I hope it can make an impact on you. Sometimes just observing life going on around us is a great reminder of the fact that life is 10% of what happens to us is 90% what we do about it. Now, I know there are a lot of people that were in that hospital over those 3 days that had some tragic event, had something happen to them that they didn't do anything to cause. It just happened. I know that is there. But if you play the odds in life, and that's the only thing we can do, is control our moment, control our actions, and understand that the odds are usually in our favor if we do the right things. If we just stay within the odds, more good happens than bad. And life is hard. Life is not easy. So embrace the hard in the moment so you can enjoy the good in the future. Mic drop.